Hello guys, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. How are you all doing? Today concept is a little bit different. I wanted to do another list today, but I will do it tomorrow perhaps. Uh, Today I'm gonna give you 20 fragrances which I feel are most challenging from my collection, some of the most challenging ones. And the purpose of this video is not to say these are some things I hate or some things you should not try, or even fragrances I do not recommend. These are some fragrances it's not safe to blind buy. Okay, that's one thing. Second thing is do not blind buy this fragrance. Second thing is these fragrances, they will challenge you. Okay, at least they challenged me. Some of these, they seem like pretty fair game. One of them at least I'm going to show you, which is going to be honorable mention. It's a lovey-dovey fragrance, everybody loves it. I'll show you, but to me it gives me headache. So I'll explain just very shortly, briefly, why I put these, and these are in order, and I'll write down the names in the details section. Just read them out if you have difficulty understanding what I'm saying. Just before I do the review, I want to recommend you this. This is one chocolate I've been having since like couple of months. Not always. This is expensive, but I really like this fragrance. If you not, I like this chocolate. If you do like caramel, salted caramel, this is one of the best. Take a screenshot. This is linked, I think, and from Hello collection, whatever. It's salted caramel. If you happen to be in Bangladesh, you'll find these in DCC market, and I got this from Unimart. These are some of the. This is one of the best chocolates, hands down. Just wanted to give you heads up. So let's go for the list. So the honorable mention, many people will be very, very shocked. They will say, how come this is a challenging fragrance? So this is my list. So I'm giving you my perspective. It can be a very simple fragrance, but it challenged me. This is honorable mention, CK1. Those who know me already, they know that I've been having this fragrance since like 10, 15, more than that, more years than that. Since Malaysia days, my university days, I had it 200 ml. Then I got another 200 ml of recent batches. Okay, new batches. But this fragrance has citrus, very nice citrus, as lemon, kind of like Acqua di Gio in that ballpark, or Dolce & Gabbana light blue. But this one has the florals. Okay, and the florals in high heat, whenever I wear it, it just gives me headache. So make sure that you try it on your skin and see if you get the same effect. This is one honorable mention, but this is going to be controversial, so I'm just keeping it out of the main list. So I'm going to show you my 20 fragrances from designer niche. Some of the houses, they have quite a few fragrances that made the list. So, and I'll tell you, check out the whole individual review on each. Okay, first fragrance I'm gonna start with. This is Givenchy Gentleman. Okay, this is the previous formulation. Like current formulation is different, total different fragrance, but this bottle, okay, if you see this yellow juice, it's a beautiful honey note, and I think it's a castoreum or something animalic, and got the leather. I don't have quite a vintage, but this fragrance will be getting harder to find. If you actually are into masculine powerhouse fragrance, this is one of the most powerhouse fragrance out there, but very nice. Okay, the fragrance basically to challenge you. You might think like this fragrance looks so nice, it's like got this honey color, so honey is easy, right? No, the fragrance actually on dry down becomes kind of like the leather note is kind of animalic. So definitely check it out. Givenchy Gentleman, my first entry today for challenging fragrance. Number 2, similar ballpark, Aramis for Men. This fragrance inexpensive compared to the previous one. This is much more affordable. It comes in 115 ml or something weird size, 110 ml, yeah. And it has this old school classic sort of sprayer and cap. These are flimsy. So the first time I tried this perfume, this is basically a very powerhouse sort of fragrance. Once again, it has sort of like an old school citrus lemon, but it follows a lot more spices, and it's very masculine. I forgot the total note breakdown. Check out my review. But this fragrance I describe it as a James Bond fragrance. Smells like James Bond. Very up class, mature, but the dry down becomes quite a bit like overpowering. If not overpowering, it becomes a big fragrance. So sometimes you'll be overwhelmed by the fragrance. But I would definitely say this is one of the fragrances I really, most of the fragrance I really love, except maybe one I still am not sure how to wear it. Okay, that would be the very last or first pick. Other than that, all the fragrance I like or love. Okay, sometimes love-hate relationship, but they will challenge you. That's what I'm trying to say. Aramis for Men, number 2. Number 3 is a fragrance you will actually be surprised. Like one of the surprise entry is Prada Amber, and this is Prada Amber Intense. I think Prada Amber Puro Intense. Yes, this I heard got discontinued, and the fragrance basically I got it just out of hype. In like back in the days, And this is one of my older fragrances. So thing is, why Prada? Soapy, fresh, clean they make, right? So why this is a challenging scent? This fragrance, just when I put it on my skin, this is basically for cold weathers, like fall, winter. And the thing is, it smells like a black soap, like if there's soap that's dark and fresh at the same time, this is what it smells like. And it does have sort of like a Tom Ford mysterious, sort of like a Tom Ford Noir or Tom Ford Man. One of these fragrances similar to this. So when you put it in my skin, it gets like sort of this waxy quality. And the thing is, the fragrance smells very different. I tried liking it a lot. I don't like it as much as the Prada Amber, the purple juice, but this nonetheless remains a mysterious one, okay? So this fragrance, definitely you have to get a sample and then understand the fragrance, then you buy it. Do not blind buy this perfume. Prada Amber Intense, number 3. Number 4 is a popular choice for this kind of category, Yuqawam or Yuqawam or Yuqawam. Different countries say differently. This is the pink juice, masculinity at its best. This is a newer version, obviously not a vintage, but many people cannot take this. The cinnamon, the floral is just so strong, the sweet syrupiness. And man, this fragrance, it's my winter staple. I love this perfume in winter time. Similar to this is Mont Blanc Individual, Creed's Original Santal, but this remains a classic. I love this perfume a lot. But many people, if you try it for the first time, if you're just new in the fragrance game, you'll be scared how sweet and how offensive this is. This is like right on the face wildness, So Yuqawam remains a classic. Many mature crowd, like ladies, even love this on men. Somehow it brings on the masculinity, but it's very, very sweet. So Yuqawam, definitely try before you buy. Next one, this is where it starts getting challenging. This fragrance I absolutely love. This is one of my most favorite signature scents. And this is similar to Tom Ford Tuscan Leather, which I love but did not include in this list. This one, however, made the list. This is La Yuqawam Purom. Tuscan Leather has plenty of clones, and all the clones somewhere I would say are safe. Nabil Serap Tradition, Godolphin, Leather Oud by Al Haramain, many more out there. But La Yuqawam, it adds this animalic touch. It's the boss beast mode. This one, the raspberry, the there is, I think, I don't know, saffron, I forgot the notes breakdown, but the leather, raspberry, and then this whole like formula they used in here, this is very animalic. It's very loud, and the whole line is very, very loud. Okay, so if you really want to buy this, do not blind buy this. You may not enjoy it because it's right on your face. Okay, so La Yuqawam Purom will get you compliments. It's beastly, projects a lot, winter perfume, but not easy to adapt. So one of the most challenging fragrance, La Yuqawam Purom by Rasasi. Next one, this house made 3 fragrances in this list. You will be surprised. Yeah, first fragrance I'm gonna show you, Pure Tonka. Why am I showing you this first? Because out of the 3, I feel this is the safest, but still not safe. Pure Tonka is very popular. I heard it discontinued, I don't know, I'm not sure. But Pure Tonka came out in 2016 or 15. I smelled it, there was a lot of hype, this being similar to Fave Delicious or some of the other niche perfumes. It does smell fantastic. It has a spicy kind of tonka bean. It's very spicy fragrance, like gingerbread cookies and stuff like that. So it smells like Christmas, but the fragrance has so much potency. It's so strong. If the next one I'll show you is similar to that, but this fragrance, definitely do not overspray. Okay, this is very beast mode. It does last and project a long time, but Pure Tonka, definitely not blind buy worthy. Next one, another popular choice, Mancera Red Tobacco. Okay, if you never tried it, just try one spray on your skin. If you actually want to know what smoky fragrances feel like, this one has the red fruits, tobacco, and smokiness. This is such a good perfume, such a good performer, and more expensive than the other Manceras, but this one definitely will challenge you. It's not easy to fall in love with this unless you're a seasoned nose. I loved it from the beginning, this fragrance, because I bought this like in my 3rd or 4th year of my journey, and I already appreciated tobacco, and tobacco is not an easy note to adopt, So Mancera Tobacco, the smokiness of it, I could have put Carlisle, but that one is safer than this. But Red Tobacco is like a bossy, mafia boss kind of fragrance. Definitely check it out. If you love smoking, this is a very good fragrance, but not blind buy worthy. Next one, challenging fragrances, right? Narciso Rodriguez for him, EDT. This is known as a very cult classic. Like, it's a YouTube community favorite. Okay, reviewers love this. And this is one fragrance I bought it once, then I sold it off because I couldn't wear it. I couldn't find occasion to wear it. Some reviewers said this is good for funerals. So it's not a good description, right? You want to wear a fragrance for funeral, that means it has gothic or sadness or gloomy thing about it. This fragrance is exactly that. It's very gothic, got that violet notes, and it has sort of like, if you do love Fahrenheit, it has a green vibe to it, and the fragrance smells very much like being in a forest, mossy forest, and it does also have that wet cement concrete when it rains. Okay, so very artistic, sort of like Encre Noir. These are very artistic fragrances, but Encre Noir for me is safe. This one is not. But this fragrance you definitely should try if you do like animalic musk, if you like the violet leaves and a little bit of green touch. Narciso Rodriguez for him, EDT. EDP is nice. It has the nice iris, nice musk, but this is very challenging. But I love it. It's very strong and long lasting. Next one, Mugler continue their daring vibe. This is pure leather, discontinued item. Check out that bottle. It's a very gutsy bottle. I love the rugged look of it. It's literally like masculinity at its best. They're basically all the same flacons, but they just give different casing at times and different coloration. So this is the darkest of them all, okay, of Muglers, at least in terms of smell. But I have one more Mugler. That one is more challenging to me than this. This got the leather. It's very similar to the original Amen, but it's a note, that brown leather note, you really have to watch for. You have to observe on your skin. It gives me that brown boot, like or a jacket that has been with you for 10-15 years. It gives me that animalic leather vibe, and it's so masculine. Like if in the cold weathers you're going to the forest for hunting and stuff, with your big rifle, this is a fragrance I imagine you would wear. Very nice, kind of like a raw, but it's not easy to pull off. It definitely has to be tried first before purchasing. Pure leather by Thierry Mugler, rare item now, getting very expensive. Next one is my favorite baby. This is one of my signature scents, but many people say they absolutely hated it, and some people say they cannot pull it off, it's too daring. That will be Bentley For Men Intense. So they have quite a few Bentley. I have like 3 or 4, but Bentley For Men Intense, Absolute. They have new one is Silver Lake. They have the Azure, and then I think there was one more Urban or something. I forgot the name, but Intense for me, it's like really out there. Like out of all of them, this really projects. It has this strong, I forgot, sandalwood, leather, booze. Man, I can drink this stuff nonetheless. It's like one of the inexpensive perfumes I always recommend. Value for money, smells like money, expensive, but as a beginner, some people may be scared of this. Okay, so definitely try out. This is a 10 out of 10 fragrance. Trust me, even if it was $100, I'll give it 10 out of 10. But it remains one of the most daring fragrance of all time. Bentley For Men Intense. Now comes, I actually couldn't help it. I picked things randomly, and this is not like a planned one. I just picked today morning. I woke up, I picked them randomly, and all these Muglers make the list. This is the last Mugler, and this is Thierry Mugler Angel Man. This is the 2011 or 10 version, the vintage I have, and this is very heavy. Okay, this actually, if you compare with other bottles, it feels like almost double the weight of the other Mugler. So you can get these in normal packaging as well, but I like these sprayers a lot. So Thierry Mugler Angel Man, why is it daring? Why is it most challenging? This has so many notes. If you actually look at Fragrantica, some of the fragrances, they have huge notes breakdown. This has endless, like so many notes. So this one comes off as sweet, dark, animalic, coffee, patchouli, tar, honey. There's honey, there's a mint. Oh my god, there are like hundreds. Even sometimes feels like licorice, then sometimes feels like leather. So all this note, the coffee, that makes it, the patchouli, everything makes this fragrance a very complex perfume. At first you might think like, oh, it's sweet. It's sweet, and the juice color is blue, it could be worn in summer. No, it's very, very good fragrance for winter, and the fragrance will become chocolatey on your skin as the dry down gets deeper and deeper. But you really have to be patient with this perfume. Do not judge it by the first spray or first 1 week. I took months to understand this perfume, and after having a sample, I bought a full bottle because I had to have it. But this remains one of the most challenging fragrance, and I would say most challenging Mugler fragrance. At least until now, I haven't tried pure chili, but from the ones I tried most of them from designer line. Thierry Mugler Angel Man or Amen. This is one of the OG and one of the most challenging fragrances. Now comes this one fragrance that not many people know, okay, but this is such a hidden gem. It's like, for me, I have now the tester version. I used to have the full bottle version. I'll write down the name, check out my review, see the cap. It's a beauty, thing of a beauty, from House of Kenzo. This is Kenzo, intended for women, but actually I think men can pull it off. This is Kenzo Jungle Lalafant or elephant version. Look at that bottle. It's not a straightforward bottle, okay? And the juice color is very eye-catching. This remains one of my most favorite and most intense, long-lasting. This will make my long-lasting perfume list as well because it lasts forever. So they have a men's version, but that's not as interesting as this one. This is artistic. This is literally like, if you, I read one comment, it's not my analysis, but one lady wrote she went to India and she stayed in a hotel where it smells like Maharajas or like big elephants or something of royalty, vanilla. I think there's cloves, there's so much spices in this, but the fragrance, when you spray it, my God, you know, it's like so beautiful. At the same time, it's not easy to handle. It sometimes can be really overwhelming. You know, you'll be feeling like, no, I can't wear this is wearing me. Kenzo Jungle Lalafan or elephant version. They have quite a few other ones, but this is beautiful yet challenging. Check it out. Next one, I'm gonna take a little bit time because it's a long video. Next one is Black Orchid. You can go with the Black Orchid EDP or Parfum, any of them. But I think Black Orchid, the whole DNA, when I smell it, it's chocolatey, it's got the truffle, it's very dark, it's very mysterious. But most people I know do not enjoy this perfume. And ladies, this is marketed for ladies, but guys like it more. So it tells you a story, right? It's very dark and it's very daring, but once you love it, you get addicted to it. But Tom Ford makes fragrances like, if I had the other one, Tom Ford Noir Anthracite, that is another one I really love, but I don't have. If I had that, I'll show you that one instead of this. But Black Orchid Parfum, definitely try before you buy it, okay? Next, this is a fragrance. I have a tester version, so I'm just using a cap from another fragrance. House of Amouage. I have a couple of Amouage in this list. This is Sunshine Man. This has the boozy liquor sort of smell. Man, it has, I think it's a boozy floral liquor, very bright, supposed to replicate sunshine or ray of sunlight. And it has this immortal floral. So the fragrance, when I tried for the first time, I fell in love with it because I already knew Amouage at that time. But if you're new and you tried for the very first time an Amouage fragrance, it will totally scare you, okay? It will not be a fragrance you'll understand immediately. It will be complex. But I think this is a beautiful winter day perfume, like for the daytime when it's sunny but still chilly. So sweet sunlight, cold weathers, this one goes perfectly. And this is beast mode as well. This is Amouage Sunshine Man. So we have now a few left, I think 6 left. Next one I'm going to show you. This is definitely one of the most challenging fragrances. The last 6 are most challenging of them all. Okay, first one, it's going to be Sultan Vetiver by Nishane. No matter how many Nishanes I tried, there were quite a few. There was one that smelled like elephant poo. Okay, I think it was Nishane something Africa or something. I forgot the name. The very challenging one. It filled up a room sort of. There are quite a few other ones I don't own, but from the ones I own, Sultan Vetiver is one of the finest vetiver based perfumes. And if you do not know vetiver is one of the most challenging note itself, right? But this is the perfume, and Guerlain Vetiver, these two fragrances made me fall in love with vetiver because of the complexity, how beautiful vetiver note can play. This has like 3 or 4 types of vetiver, exotic, beast mode. Nishane quality is on the top notch niche quality, value for money. This is actually, I always say, must buy or must buy if you're actually getting into vetiver. You hardly can get a vetiver better quality than this at this price range. Sultan Vetiver, definitely not an easy blind buy. It definitely has something up top sweet. I forgot, it is Neroli or something like that. But on dry down, if you don't like vetiver, you will not enjoy this. Okay, it lasts forever. Sultan Vetiver by Nishane. Now comes the next one, is that the Amouage fragrance I was talking about. This is my signature scent. This is one of the most, if you talk about my top 3 pick at this moment, Dior Intense, Interlude Man, perhaps, I don't know, Elysium or Enigma, okay, or by Kilian, Angel Share, but this remains one of the most challenging scent of all time. This is Amouage Interlude Man. Smoky, incense, okay, leather, woody. Thing is, you can see it in 2 ways. If you love daring perfumes, it's a fragrance you just want to take it and dive into your ocean, okay? You just take it with you, like for the rest of your life. And this fragrance actually radiates, like it fills up a room. Even if it's a whole ballroom, people smell you because it will be trapped in the room. It will fly around. It's a not a beast, it's a beast, blue beast, beast. Yeah, it's a beast. Oh man, that neck cramp. Anyway, Interlude Man, it's a fragrance. For me, it's number 1. After this, there's Journeyman for me, and then Sunshine, then perhaps Jubilation, and then perhaps Reflection. Those are my top 5. But Interlude Man, if you want to get one of the best Amouage fragrances, get this one, okay? But get a sample, okay? You may not enjoy the smoky, ashy vibe of it, and it's very animalic, okay? But it's one of the best quality fragrances of all time, Amouage Interlude Man. Now my favorites, all my favorite fragrances, Rasasi Shuhrah. Why is this here? This is well sold, well known, thanks to me, and then the dude from BMW, you guys know, you know. So he is my guru for this. He's the one reason I tried it, and I hyped it to the max, and people hate it, people love it. It's a mixed community sort of thing. But Shura, it's sweet, it's fruity, it has that similar sort of ashy, smoky. If you like smoking, you're gonna love this perfume. It projects like crazy. For the price what you get, it's a complete package, but it's not easy to love. Okay, if you love Hawas is very nice. It's aquatic, ozonic. But this one, Darij I feel is still okay. But this one is the wild horse, okay? So Shura, even though it's cheap, try it at a shop first or get a sample, because this is not easy to pull, and most time people will not compliment you. They will say, what are you wearing? You know, it smells like shit. No, I'm sorry, no, that's not right. But some people actually may feel uncomfy with you, especially if you're in a lift or close proximity. So this is a cold weather perfume, but Shura remains one of my favorite signature scents. I love this. So next 3, time for some VIP entries. Kouros. You think I was gonna make this list without this fragrance? No way. This fragrance, I have a couple of other fragrances that they fall in the same category. Furio by Jacques Bogart or Ted Lapidus Pour. I did not feature them because they are very similar sort of style fragrance. They have differences, but Kouros remains one of the most cleanest and dirtiest at the same time. People call this urinal cake. It smells like piss, and to them, not to me. And this has this florals. Okay, it has this clean sort of vibe. It's very animalic. When you wear this, like in this room or somewhere in the restaurant, people will look. This Interlude Man, both of them has this property. It will fill up a room, no doubt about it. But it smells like raw, like animalic masculinity. You know, like you wear this, there's no contest. There's like people will be like scared of you. It smells like 70s gangster. Okay, so this is one of the most iconic fragrances of all time from YSL. And Kouros, I hope they never discontinue this. Okay, I need a backup bottle because my juice level is running low. One of the best winter perfumes ever. Kouros, one of the most daring as well. Now 2 left. If I show you the next fragrance, you'll be imagining like, this is not the first one, this is not the last one, this is not the number 1. I'm like, no. And what is number 1 after this? What can be most daring than this? Okay, I'll show you. Number 2, our second last one, is Gucci Guilty Absolute. When I bought this perfume, someone told me they went to Thailand or Indonesia. So they were taking like a trip, and then they tried in the airport. That dude said like message, brother, I think you want to try this because this fragrance really blew me away, or you would actually find it interesting. What I did, I trusted his word. I went to Perfume World, the most expensive like retail outlet here, and I paid full retail, $100 something plus for this fragrance. Okay, and I opened it. I had no clue. They didn't have a tester. I sprayed it and I regretted it. It smelled like Dettol. It smelled like Savlon. It smelled like hospital floor. Okay, it smells like Band-Aids, you know. And I sold it off, sadly. And then when I actually developed my nose, I started craving for it. It was getting rare to find. So I found one bottle. Recent time it's got discontinued, and it's getting very expensive slowly. This fragrance is for people who want to keep it now. If you don't understand it, 3 to 4 years from now, you'll understand when you understand vetiver, when you understand leather, dry leather, vetiver, and then that Dettol up top. And trust me, you'll fall in love with the Dettol note. I assure you this one, okay? This is one of the most daring perfumes ever, like ever, okay? But I love it, okay? So this one perfume, choose color, tells you a story, and Gucci sort of like took a U-turn from where they're going with their Guilty line. They made something amazing with this one and a few others. Gucci Guilty Absolute, second last one. So number 1 was my most recommended, most daring fragrance at this current moment in my collection. This fragrance from Mancera. And this perfume, I bought it because the description literally won me over in Fragrantica. A lot of people said good stuff about it. It has amber, it has perhaps leather, some other notes. I forgot the notes. Maybe, what else is on there? Let me check. There are some other notes, but when I got this, like green, all this like citrusy property. When I smelled it, the opening really scared me more than the rest of them, okay? All of them combined, this one scared me the most, okay? And that is Saharian Wind, this perfume. I am gonna keep this. I'm not gonna sell it off because fragrances, you should be patient. I'm waiting for winter. I bought this literally in the middle of a summer. And this fragrance, I believe, is one of the most beast mode perfumes of all time from Mancera. And the fragrance remains one of the most unique ones, okay? It does smell like you are in the middle of desert, something in the line of LDDM, okay? Low Desert de Moroccan, I believe, from Tower Perfumes. But the fragrance basically is a fragrance you really need to be patient with. The dry down I love, but the opening 2 hours is very, very daring. So this is my number one today. Check out my review on this one. It's something I'm still studying, but my most daring perfume, and this is the one I'm in love and hate relationship with. Still more on the hate side, but totally scary perfume. Saharian Wind by Mancera. Challenge yourself with this perfume, you'll see what I mean. Thank you very much for watching one of the longest videos I made today. Not feeling very well, but I like to stay connected with you people, especially, life is unpredictable, right? So please keep me in your prayers and stay safe, hopefully, and try out these perfumes and let me know which ones in the comment section are your most challenging fragrances you encountered in your life. I'll see you soon. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.